In this video, I'm going to do an example that combines two methods of factoring, in particular, the greatest common factor and the X method. So first thing I want to do is I want to check to see if we have a GCF in this problem. And I do notice that 2 definitely goes into 18, but not 33. 3 goes into 18, and actually 3 does go into 33. So 3 is going to work. And so is A for that matter. All the terms have an A in common. I'm going to look at the last term there, which has just a single A, and that will be what I'll be able to pull out of all 3 terms. Okay, so that's going to leave me with 6A squared plus 11A minus 10. All right, and now what's left here in the parentheses, this, I can now factor using the X method. So I'm going to ignore the 3A for right now, and I'm just going to focus on what's inside the parentheses. And I'm going to factor this. So let's see. We're going to multiply the first number in the parentheses, the 6, times the last number, which is negative 10. So that'll give me negative 60. That'll go at the top of the X here. So that's going in base that A is 6, B is 11, and C is negative 10. Okay, bottom of the X is going to be 11. That's where the B goes. And I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to be negative 60, but add to be 11. And because it's negative 60, I know one of them is going to be negative, the other is going to be positive. And you may want to get your calculator and try a few things, but I happen to know that 15 and 4 multiply to be 60. And if I make the 15 positive and the 4 negative, that'll add up to positive 11. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to, again, ignoring the GCF, I'm just going to focus here. I'm going to go ahead and bring the 6A squared down. Instead of 11A, I'm going to use these two numbers here. So I'm going to write 15A minus 4A. And I'm going to bring down the 10. And now I can factor by grouping since I have 4 terms. So out of the first group, I can factor out 3 and A. And that's going to leave me with 2A plus 5. And in the second group, because there's a negative, I'm going to pull that negative out. And 2 will go into both 4 and 10. So I'll factor out 2, no A. So I'd be left with 2A. And then this is going to actually change it to plus because I'm factoring out a negative. And that'll leave me with a 5. All right, so there's my blob. The 2A plus 5 right here and here. So I'm going to factor out 2A plus 5. And then in front, I'm left with 3A minus 2. And then I don't want to forget, I want to bring down the GCF here of 3A and put that out in the front. And then that would be my final answer. And I can check this. And the way you check this, especially when they have a number or factor out in the front like that, I find that it's easier just to FOIL first and then multiply the 3A in. So I would start by first foiling these two parentheses. So I do 2A times 3A is 6A squared. 2A times negative 2 is negative 4A. 5 times 3A is 15A. And then that 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Okay, and then I can combine these two middle terms. That's going to be 11A minus 10. All right, but then that 3A is still sitting out there. So now I'll take the moment and distribute the 3A into all 3 terms, which will give me 18A cubed plus 33A squared minus 30A. So it checks. I get back to what I started with in the original problem.